my name is Shannon Thorson, and I'm the manager of the Saturday Market in McMinnville. And I'm here today to talk to you guys about my Fave 5 in Yamhill Valley. These are the places that I really like to take tourists to, friends and family that visit the area. There's so many great places in Yamhill Valley to visit and spend time at. But over the years, I have developed a few favorites, and I'd love to share those with you. So, one of my first favorites is La Rambla restaurant. We're actually here right now. La Rambla is a Spanish tapas restaurant, and the ambiance here is fantastic, and they're really well known for great cocktails and great food, and so it's just a really great place to take people. Something a little different. You can always order a bunch of tapas for a table and kind of pass them around and share them, and so it's a really nice social experience. So, if I'm not taking folks to La Rambla, then I would be taking them to Nick's Back Room. Nick's is an Italian restaurant in town. It's been in business since the early 70s, and about 3 years ago, they opened up this really cool bar in the back of the restaurant, and it almost feels like a speakeasy, because to get to it, you actually kind of go through this alley, and there's not a lot of signage, and so it's kind of part of the fun. Then when you get there, there are all sorts of neat people that always hang out there, and lots of local winemakers. So you're sure to run into someone that's in the wine industry and has an interesting story to tell about, you know, how they found their way to the Yamhill Valley or how they found their way to wine, and so it's really fun. Food's great, drinks are great, ambiance is great, just like La Rambla. In terms of going out to wineries, it's really difficult to pick just one. And there are many that I enjoy, but one of my favorites is Winderley, which is a winery just out of Dundee. And one of the things I really like about it is their wines are great, but they have this super cool contemporary tasting room that they've built, and it's perched right on this hill overlooking their vineyards. So you've got these rolling hills, and then this really contemporary wine tasting room, and there's a huge balcony that you can walk out to, sip your wine, and look out over the vineyard, and it's just a really, really cool experience. So that's a fun one. In terms of breakfast places, my favorite is Crescent Cafe. These guys, Michael and Danny, are from San Francisco, and they had a very successful restaurant there. And then about 3 years ago, they decided they wanted to move to Oregon, they wanted to slow the pace of life, and they wanted to be farmers. So they actually bought 90 acres on the outside of town, which is like a huge undertaking for two city boys. And then they've opened up this little breakfast and lunch place called the Crescent Cafe, which is in downtown McMinnville. I can't tell you enough about the quality of food. It's sort of traditional breakfast, but it's super healthy and super fresh, and the service is through the roof. And finally, my favorite, of course, is the McMinnville Public Market, which, as I mentioned earlier, I run. One of the things that's so neat about the McMinnville Public Market is it's just this really eclectic environment, and it's just a great introduction to Oregon. It's like Oregon amplified. You'll meet super small winemakers, farmers from all over the valley. There are artists, writers, craftsmen, and always we have live music, and the ambiance is just really neat. The vibe is great. It's a great mix from wine tasting and dining. So those are my Fave 5. I would really invite you to give them all a try. Yamhill Valley has so much to offer.